Well, hello, my beautiful people. My name is Gant, and welcome back to Riddle Joker. Last time, we found out that there's a fair that's gonna go on at the school. Like, there's a fair that all Astrals go to. And that's kind of worrisome because, you know, we have to protect, what's her name? Misakasa. She's the student council president and the pop idol of the school. So she has to do these events, right? And we're like, shit, how can we be close to her? I know, let's start a band! So yeah, we started a band with the rest of the group, and Nanami wanted to talk to us. What did she want to talk about? Well, I don't know, but I had a theory at the end of the video. And you know what my theory was? Oni-chan, I'm pregnant! So yeah, that's what I thought. But without further ado, let us continue. Are you sure about this? The group thinks fine, but, like, do we really want her participating and putting herself out there? I know what you're trying to say, but I already asked Misakasa-san, and she said there was no other way. She also told me the dorms would be open during the fair, and parents can enter their kids' dorms rooms and stuff. Well then, that's not exactly ideal for us. Yeah, so taking that into consideration, I came to the conclusion that it would be safer to have her in crowds and with us for the fair. What do you think? I guess I could see how it would be effective if their objective is to kidnap her. But if anyone at the fair can basically find her and go up to her at any point, isn't that kind of bad? Yeah, which is why we need to plan this out I can't read. Curiously. We have to reject anything that could put Misakasa-san's safety in jeopardy. I'll meet up with Misakasa-san and discuss everything beforehand. First things first though, I need to contact Dad about this. Wait! Oh! I have an idea! The school's open to the public, right? So can't we just request some backup? That's a good idea. It's gonna depend on if we have anyone available though. Yeah, I can't forget about the organization's constant shortage of manpower. Well, I'll bring it up with him when I see what he thinks. So, the school holds some Astral Expo Fair, you say? Sorry I didn't inform you sooner. I literally only learned of it today. No, it's my responsibility to look into these things. So this one's on me, sorry. The difficult part is possibly finding out what to do with Misakasa-san. There's a very real possibility that the culprits will strike again at this festival to try to get their revenge for last time's failure. And I'm honestly worried that if it comes to that, Nanami and I won't be able to handle them on our own. Would it be possible to request backup for the day of the fair? It won't be easy, but I'll see that it happens. Really? Thank you! I'll do everything in my power, but be aware, I can't guarantee how many I'll be able to send. I'm sure I don't need to question this, but sending our entire force is out of the question. That's fine. Any help at all is appreciated. What Nanami said. Yeah, I see why you came to me for this. It'll be more than strange for a couple of students to tell the school to it'll be strange for a couple of students to tell their security to the school to It will be more than strange for a couple of students to tell the school to up their security. I know this is probably impossible, but can we possibly get them to cancel the fair? Probably not. I heard the Astro Tech companies and school investors are heavily involved in this fair. Yeah, in that case, it'll take a hell of a lot of convincing to get them to call off the whole thing. We could theoretically opt for a heavy-handed approach, like sending a threat letter, but that's easily traceable. We'll need to get the police force cooperation, and that goes well beyond my authority. I can talk to the higher-ups about it, but honest to Goodness? I was gonna say, honest to God. Honest to goodness. I'm not sure they'll greenlight something like that. I'll still try, of course, but for now, you should operate under the assumption that the fair will be taking place. Copy that? Our next meeting is on the weekend. We're going to discuss what to do then. Alright, just make sure to relay any changes to me immediately, Levy 6. Yes.
So, I guess we're gonna have to come up with something super safe to do, huh?
Right. We want something that will put as much distance as possible between Misakasa-san and the fair attendees. Also, it needs to be something where every one of us is doing something constantly that allows us to keep an eye on her at all times. Can you think of anything that fits those criteria?
Well, what about a play? Everyone would be happy. Everyone would have to be involved.
Maybe, but we'll be spending more time behind curtains than on stage.
True. Can we do something like a food stand or a cafe then?
Well, there's probably gonna be defined cons to whatever we end up on deciding. Let's try to come up with a few more ideas.
Alrighty.
I'm gonna lose my voice. Dun dun dun. Da 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 da.
Alright. So has everyone come up with some ideas by now? Sorry, I tried brainstorming, but nothing good comes to mind.
Same here. I figured something neat and original would be cool, since everyone's using their abilities, but I couldn't think of anything specific. I did have one solid idea, but it wouldn't involve any abilities.
Oh, what is it?
A meet and greet.
What? A meet and greet with Ayase-senpai?
Mm-hmm. We can sell merch at the fair and say like, everyone who buys a CD gets a handshake, then bam! We'll be swimming in profit. It'll also garner a ton of attention since she's never done commercial activities like this before. Wow, didn't expect you to have a mind for business. Thanks for the insult. Look, I have no money I'm no money grubber. I know this is just a school event, but we still don't want to spend a ton of money making nothing in return. We have a limited budget, man, but we're planning to make big profit. That means we can spend more upfront and make something way cooler. If we do something small scale, it's gonna end up being plain and boring, and we're gonna have a hard time getting people to come.
I see your point. You can still make up for scale with creativity, but more money never hurts to have. But wouldn't we be putting a lot of stress on Ayase-senpai if we end up going with a meet and greet event? What are you saying, What are you thinking, Ayase-senpai? Over my dead body.
Your smile is giving me the creeps. Don't get so upset, please. I know you shoot the idea down. I did. I wasn't serious. It was a joke. So please calm your anger.
No, I'm not upset with you. I'm not sure I'll be comfortable creating merchandise and shaking hands with strangers. I don't want to do those sorts of things for somewhat personal reasons.
Yeah, meet and greet would make it way too easy for strangers to come up in contact with her. Too risky. And even then, it's a bit too money focused for a simple school fair. I doubt the school would approve.
Misakasa-san's opinion comes first in any sorts of things like that. So the meet and greet is out. Moving on then. What about Nichu-san? What about you, Nichu-san? Any ideas? Well, I was thinking maybe perhaps a historical play? A historical play? Would we be doing that on stage? On a stage? Yes, but we can also perform it on the campus sidewalks like a guerrilla event or something of sorts. It's just thinking how cool would it be to engage in actual mock sword fights?
If we try and create some special effects for our abilities, we could probably make something pretty eye-catching. Well, we certainly noticed almost immediately if Misukasa-san disappeared. And doing it out on the sidewalk will allow us to constantly be on the move, making it that much harder to track us. It could potentially work depending on how we do it.
However, there's a problem with budget. I didn't think of that until Suyu mentioned it, but we can hardly sell tickets for it. Yeah, and we'll need a ton of stuff to put on a play, like props and costumes and stuff.
We could still do sword fighting without turning into a We can still do sword fighting without turning into a full-blown historical play though, right?
I'm not quite sure. Sword fighting seems like it could be rather challenging. Yeah, you're right. I feared as much. Learning to wield a sword would take quite a lot of practice. That too. But I think the main issue is with the perception it gives off. If outsiders come and see Astrals fighting each other, they might think we all have violent tendencies. The fact that it's for a play is irrelevant. People who already have preconceived notions in their heads will just use it as an excuse.
I could see it, right? These animals, these Astrals, you know what I saw them doing yesterday?
What were they doing, Jim?
They were fighting.
Fighting?
Yeah, with swords and stuff, trying to make this medieval. What is this, 17 whatever? Huh, this is 2020, man. This 2021, no sword fightings or anything is allowed because people might get hurt. Were there foam swords? No, it was wooden. People are gonna get hurt? Like, oh my god, think of the kids! Think of the fucking kids!
No, they should be foam swords. Not even that, that's too dangerous. Imaginary swords. And everyone's gotta stay 6 feet because of Corona. And everyone's just gotta close their eyes and think of a happy place. No violence.
I'm sorry, man. I hate that so much. It's like stupid little shit like that. It's like, oh my god, you're gonna grow up to be violent criminals. Sorry. I think the whole thing goes back to like video games to me. You see in the news where it's like, video games are the main problem. Blah, 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 blah. No, it's the parents' fault for getting you the game. Like, they're shitty parents, man. They have ratings M, and they're like, ooh, M, what does that mean? Oh, M means minor, so I'm gonna buy it for my kiddo. Fuck, man. Okay, where were we? I just went off a ramble right now.
Ah, yes, and we would also have to worry about the school potentially not approving it. Ah, my apologies. Those are very fair criticisms. I reside that idea.
Okay, hi. Let's start with her. What was his voice? His voice. I don't remember his voice.
Do you think of anything, Arihara-senpai?
How about a cafe that serves light meals? We could have Misukasa-san be a cook and keep the kitchen separated from the guests. That would be a much easier option as opposed to food stall. I just have to hope everyone will be on board with doing something this simple. How come you're giving grimace? It's your idea. Nah, it's nothing. Flashback time. Sorry, they were rejected. The fair will have to go on. Sorry, they rejected. The fair will have to go on. I'm guessing it's because the evidence would just be too traceable, like you said? To an extent, but it turns out the higher-ups want the fair to take place. Why? They shouldn't have any reason to care. Well, you've been mistaken. Many of the people who involved in the formation of FFD are supporters of Astron research. And you know what that means. They have deep connections to those companies. You're really telling me they can't cancel the fair for the simple reason of it'll piss off my friend? There's a lot more to it than that. What? Is he meaning to tell me that they directly benefit in some way from the fair taking place? Like, oh my god. It's obvious to see why students and companies would be invested in the fair. But government officials that have a secret organization? Nothing comes to mind. Why would they care about something as puny as a school fair? Well, a lot of things. One, a lot of things. One, stocks for those companies. Two, well, they're government officials. Do they even have stocks? I don't know. Two, it puts a good light for Astrals, for the public. You know, public relation between Astrals and non-Astrals. That's a really good reason. What's another one that I could think of right now? Well, funding. Like, these government officials can't just take money from the people, the general public, without them knowing, right? Like, we know where our taxes are going to. Or at least we could go on the internet and find out where our taxes are going to. Or, yeah, there should at least. Like, it might not say on your tax forms or whatever what it's going to, like they do in Australia, but we should at least be easy as like a Google search away to finding out where it goes to. If that's the case, then it would have to be these companies that are, you know, investing, and one day that we can have an actual police force with Astrons and non-Astrons working together. I don't know, that's just a theory. It's just a theory, a game hypothesis. I'm not gonna get sued for that fucking game theory shit. But government officials that have a secret organization, nothing comes to mind. Why would they care about something as puny as a school fair? Also, there's one other thing that's been bothering me. Dad also speaking like he's been grumbling. His tone is evasive and dismissive. Does that mean he's against the higher-up's decision? He can't be happy that they essentially be exposing Misukasa-san to danger. Wait! Especially exposing her to danger. No, they're not planning to use Misukasa-san as bait. Multiple Astrals are missing, and trail is cold. The higher-ups are more than a little concerned. Something needs to be done, even if it's risky. I understand that. I really do. But using her as bait? She's a civilian, for Christ's sakes. I know. I'm with you on that. But there's no change in their minds. They're dead set on this. Can you refuse? At the cost of my head. You mean that metaphorically? If they're in a good mood on that particular day, then yes. If not, it will be literal. They'll simply off me and put someone else in charge of operations. If that happens, I won't be able to guarantee yours and Nanami's safety. If they deem you to be a threat to the success of the mission, then you might have prepared for the worst. Will they kill me or will I be fired? The fuck is wrong with the organization? Believe me, I don't like this any more than you do, but we can't just... I know, we can't refuse. It isn't an option. Well, we'll just have to protect her to the best of our abilities and hope for the best. As much as it pains me to admit, yeah. Alright. This whole situation just doesn't sit well with me. But protesting their decision won't solve anything. It's just essentially to be gripping and complaining to Dad when it's not his fault. If I want to use my time productively, I should start crafting a plan to protect Misukasa-san on the day of. So, since she's to be the bait, I'm assuming we have to get her face to face with them. Right. We're gonna dangle the lure in front of the fish for them to bite. There's no way in hell me and Nanami will be able to handle them alone. Naturally, I'll send backup like I said. They won't let us refuse, but that means getting approval for extra manpower will be a lot easier. I'll make it happen, I promise. Thanks. I think we should probably shy away from anything too elaborate. Our lack of experience will just make it that much easier for us to screw up and get hit by a bunch of unforeseen problems. Yeah, that's logical. That's not even his voice. It may seem to be cliched? It may seem a bit of glitch, but going with something tried and true is the best way to avoid disaster. So what you're saying is, instead of trying something unconventional and flipping a flop, we should stick to what we know works. True, it's hard to lose money on something you already know is popular. For light meals, I guess we could go with stuff like yakisoba and octopus balls. Do octopus even have balls? What the fuck? Oh, okay, I'm stupid. Octopus balls, you just fucking shape them to okay, I'm dumb. I'm like, do octopus even have balls?
I'll also suggest curry, sausage, and grilled corn. Those are all pretty standards and easy to make.
Curry's easy to make, really?
And maybe waffles and crepes. Cafes like what we're going for also serve a few desserts as well.
But if we go with something cliche, we wouldn't be the only ones. Any ideas on how to make ours stick out? Oh, make cafe, really?
We could potentially incorporate our abilities in some way to make it unique.
A cafe
and astral ability. I think I may have an idea. HIKARI-senpai? Just follow little old me and I'll show you what I'm thinking about.
Ding, ding, ding. We're gonna have it at the pool. Oh, that's a gross way to... That's a pretty gross way to have like a barbecue or whatever, or a cafe by the pool. Like, don't get me wrong, it looks beautiful. But it's like, well, in Japan, they probably don't have dumbasses like we have in America, where it's like, I'm gonna jump in the pool! Here we go, we're gonna jump, my dudes! You know, jump in a pool with their clothes on. Well, I have done that before. Have you ever just jumped in a pool with just their clothes on? Like, don't get me wrong, take out your phone, your wallet, everything out of your pocket and just jump in a pool. It's really dope. Well, I didn't have my clothes completely on. I had my shoes off and, you know what I mean? Like, all my clothes were on except my shoes. My socks and everything, I was just swimming in the pool. And I couldn't swim, so I drowned. But that's a story for another day. Mai-senpai led us out the dorm to the school building and into the pool.
So, could you explain what this idea of yours is now? So I agree with the idea of a cafe. It's straightforward and simple, and people would probably prefer that over something weird and unfamiliar. Plus, it'll be easier on us. Was it your plan of incorporating our abilities into it? Oh, maybe we can use them to make food.
Wait.
Oh, maybe we can use them to make the food. It could be like a watch your food be cooked sort of thing.
Or we could carry people's food to their tables with an ability.
Nija-san has water manipulation and Yasui-senpai has force stuff. They could probably make something like that work with those two abilities. It's an interesting suggestion, but if we went with that, they'll be working non-stop. They wouldn't even have time for breaks.
Oh, right.
Yeah. Maybe my idea would run into some problem. Anything that has them using their abilities on that day when guests are there is probably bad. It's just too much work with too few people in too short of time span.
I agree. Misukasa-san and Nija-san are the only two among us that have a flashy ability. What do you propose then?
Using our abilities in preparation phases of things. I guess I've kept y'all in suspense long enough, so I'll just get right to it. How about we make tables and chairs with our abilities? You want me to make tables and chairs? Through what method, though? Surely you aren't going to suggest I carve the wood entirely with water, are you? No, I wouldn't make you do that. What I'm thinking is, well, make them all out of water.
What? That sounds dumb.
Oh, I get it now. Oh, I get it.
Maybe we can make all the furnishing like that. How possibly would that be, Niju-san?
Anything requiring precise control may pose a problem. So, for example, creating the curves of a comfortable to sit in chair might not be a problem. Be possible.
Plus, it's a place a lot of stress on you. You have to maintain those shapes for the entire time.
Wouldn't you get wet sitting on a chair? Yeah, those are good points, but that's where my ability comes in. It'll go like this. First, we find a chair and use as our model. Then, I put an invisible wall around the chair, but leave one side open. Next, let's take the chair out. They probably be hard. That'll probably be hard, so we'll use Misakasa's ability to do that. You should be able to manage that even if it's a little weight heavy, right? Yes, I should be able to move most furniture quite easily. Perfect. So for the last set, we'll have Niju-san fill the husk with water before I seal it shut. That way, it looks like a chair made out of water, but you won't get wet since it's actually an invisible wall you're touching. Oh!
Oh, I see. Yeah, that does sound pretty cool.
It'll also be a neat little way to show people what astral abilities can do. Now that I got the explanations out of the way, why don't we go ahead and do a test one? That's why I brought us to the pool. Good idea. We want to make sure it works before doing anything else. Okay, then let's do it.
Dun dun dun.
And she's all done. Wow, that's so cool. It actually looks like a chair.
It's more transparent than I imagined, though. But I guess that's no surprise. Water's transparent.
We might want to add some sort of color dye to the water for the actual event to make it more visible appealing. Okay, everyone, back up. I'm going to deactivate it now.
Not a second later, the chair collapses and a puddle forms the poolside.
I agree that it's a very lovely idea, but would it not put too much stress on you? No worries. There was a research project at the school that discovered a method for keeping Astrals in their current state. It allows Astrons to maintain their state after a state change, but it's not perfect. There are firm locks in that state, so state changes could still occur. Initially, the idea was to analyze my ability to discover a perfect locking method, but it didn't go too well, so... I'm sorry about that. You guys probably don't care about all those details. The important point is, it allows us to keep Astrals in state for about 12 hours without needing to do anything. Wow, I never knew that was possible. That's quite useful, actually. I heard about that before. I actually had a chance to use it myself, and I can confirm it does allow your Astrals to maintain their state.
Oh yeah, I remember her mentioning she used that to create her water threads.
It's not perfect by any means, but it will work just fine for what we want to do. What do you guys think? I love it! It's a really unique idea, and not just for a cafe.
Yeah, I also think it sounds great. Aside from furnishing, there should be plenty of stuff for us non-Astrals to use.
Niju-san, Misakasa-san. I haven't a single complaint. I would absolutely love to help with it. And I likewise have no objections. We should be able to divide the work fairly evenly, so no one person will have to worry about doing everything. I also like it. So now that everyone's given their opinion, are we all in favor of going with my idea?
Yep. Oh, I forgot about me. Yep.
Phew! That was the only decent idea I had, so I was afraid you guys would reject it, and then I'll have nothing. Good.
So I guess we need to come up with a menu now.
Leave the coffee to yours truly here. I brought up some real good stuff for everyone.
Well, we also need tea and soft drinks and other options. Well, soft drinks are easy. You can just go to the store and just get soft drinks. But tea, like, do you need a special way to make tea? Like, I know you need the tea bags, right? But you need to, like, know what you're doing, right? Or is it that easy? You just pop in water and be like, done. You know what I mean? Like, done.
And then food. Since it's a cafe, maybe deli food?
Doesn't cold food have an increased risk of causing food poisoning?
Yes, I also heard that. We might want to stick strictly to cooked food. Everyone eating, then perhaps yakisoba would be the best bet. If we're going to serve yakisoba, we could also probably do
Fuck, I don't know none of these words.
Okonomiyaki. Okonomiyaki.
I'll be down for that. We might want to add some more options if we want girls to come.
What about crepes? I think you should be able to make crepes with an iron plate if you use to fry yakisoba.
Personally, I would like to see some meat on the menu. I'll say steak. Remember, we're serving others. This isn't just about what you want to eat.
Steaks would be too expensive for us in the first place. Would it though? It's like...
Okay, go back there in Japan. I think it would be too expensive. Dude, I heard fruits are expensive in Japan. Like, what the fuck? Like, shit, man. I don't know, you could go to the steak and get like maybe for like $3 or $4, you could get a pretty good steak. No, not pretty good, pretty decent, like okay steak, like a meh steak. And that's okay, that's fine, you know what I mean, $4. But I wonder how much is it in Japan.
Oh, we only have Ragu steak, so it costs us $35,000. What else? Pancakes might work. Pancakes and crepes. I've truthfully never tried them.
What? Okay, fuck the crepes. I haven't tried that either. But pancakes. Pancakes, my girl. That's the most easy thing you need. You just need, what? The mixing powder and water. Even if you get the egg and milk one, it's still easy to make. What the fuck?
Girls would love those for sure. Why don't we just go all out and make everything we can?
Well, if we put too many things on the menu, cooking will be a nightmare.
Good point. I guess it's better to stay simple. Oh, but you can make pancakes and crepes with mostly the same ingredients, just in different amounts. Oh, someone knows their facts. Are you good at cooking, Narumi-chan? I wouldn't say I'm good per se, but I was in charge of cooking and all other housework chores before we moved here, so I can cook to an extent. Can we place you in charge of cooking then, Nanimi-kun? I also like that. Making food is easy, but we're charging people for it, so we can't skip on quality. If you're fine with it, Nanimi-chan, we'll love you for too. We'll love for you too.
I just see her face and it's like,
yes, I would love to.
and she becomes fucking Gordon Ramsay.
This steak is fucking raw. Where's the lamb sauce?
but I'm your brother. Get out! I get to see her doing that, turn into full-on Gordon Ramsay. Gordon Ramsay, Nanami-chan.
Fuck you, bitches. This is my kitchen. This is not Hell's kitchen. This is Nanami's kitchen. Oh, well, yeah. If you want me to, I can. But, I never actually made crepes or pancakes. Neither Dad nor Satoru ever wanted them. And, a normal iron plate will probably work fine for pancakes, but I don't know if we can get the crepes to turn out nice and round in one of them. You were cooking on a daily basis, weren't you? You have experience, so you'll hold up just fine. You think so? I cook daily, but it wasn't anything special.
But you made But you've made yokisoba and okonomiyaki before, right? We'd love for you to handle cooking. I think you'll do just fine.
I know we're asking a lot of you, but it would be a great help for us to have someone who knows what they're doing in the kitchen. Alright, I'll do it. Can we leave the recipes in your hands as well? Yeah, of course. I'll make a list of all ingredients and everything. Splendid. But, I don't think I'll be able to handle the cooking by myself. I need help.
How would you like to work in the kitchen with her, Misukasa-san? I mean, with you as a waitress, it might also turn into a meet and greet with all those people trying to talk to you and shake your hand and all that.
Oh, surely not. I may be popular, but I'm no pop idol. Don't you remember the time when we all went to the mall? No one came up to me asking for my autograph or anything. It might not develop into a full-on handshake, but I bet there'll be people who are going to be repeatedly calling you to their table so they can talk to you.
Yeah, someone's gonna do it. So if you're fine with it, Misukasa-san, I'll say you should do it. Wait, what if we use homemade by Misukasa Yase and as an advertising slogan? They'll work like magic. Guys would flock to our cafe.
Not happening. Yeah, I want to strive for a cafe that everyone can enjoy.
We'll totally make bang, but if he says no, then that's that. Actually, you know what? I'm getting kind of excited for this. It's not gonna be your traditional cafe, but I think we should we should make it a big hit. Like I already can't wait. I already can't wait for the fair.
If we're making yokisoba and okonomiyaki, I think our image could be closer to a beachside restaurant than a cafe. Beachside? Oh, wait! Guys, I came up with the coolest idea. Since we're already using water, why don't we turn our cafe here at the pool? Why don't we run our cafe at the pool? Yes, I suppose that'll make things more convenient.
The pool. Let's see. It might actually work pretty well in our favor. There's only one entrance, plus all the windows are located near the ceiling, probably to prevent perverts from peeping. Also, unlike normal classrooms, it's very wide and spacious. It seems fine as long as we get permission.
Why don't we all put on swimsuits while we're at it?
No.
Swimsuits? We can call it the Bikini Cafe. Has a really nice ring to it, don't you think?
I approve. Guys will be drawn to it like bees to honey.
What? What is wrong with you, Soyu? How could you agree to something that's so scandalous?
Shikashi-chan, could you place stop? Could you place? Why does it place, man? Come on. Literally, this game is intentionally making me fuck up.
No, yeah, you do that all by yourself.
Yeah, probably. Could you please stop looking at me with that face that particularly screams, "Oh, so he actually is a boy"?
I wasn't thinking that, I swear. You're just imagining things.
Gosh, talk about rude. Dude, maybe you shouldn't stop pouting like... Dude, maybe you should stop pouting like a cute girl before you go complaining about stuff like that. Not you too! Like, come on, my voice sounds pretty guyish, right? Right? I'm gonna get that one comment and be like,
I know it's pretty cute. I kind of want to bang that voice.
No, totally, it sounds cute. I want to bang that voice while looking at Kihoe every time, man.
Servicing people in bikinis is just, it's wrong. It's too wrong. Bikinis are far too inappropriate for a school event. And if, on top of that, we allow people to take photos of us for an extent, a normal extra fee, no. That sounds exactly like one of those raunchy photo shoots.
Nobody mentioned taking photos.
Huh? I didn't expect you to know so much about those things, Niju-senpai. Oh wait, no! I know nothing of those raunchy photo shoots events. Nothing at all. Right. Stop looking at me like that.
Ding. Ba-da-ba-da-ba. Okay, so I'm gonna end it there. If you like the video, hit the like button, hit the subscribe button. I can't keep up with the beat, I'm sorry. Okay, if you like the video, hit the like button, hit the subscribe button, hit the bell notification to see whenever I post, and leave a comment. Man, this game is really good.
Yeah, you say that at the end of all your videos, that this game is pretty good. Why don't you say something new?
Well, I'm making music. I have a Twitter, so please go follow me on Twitter. Like, if you haven't followed me yet, please go follow me on Twitter. And also, I'm making music, man. Like, they're not gonna be out till March because, you know, I'm sharing a room with my brother, and I don't think I can, you know, kick him out for an extended period of time while I'm trying to record. Because, like, when I record, I need, like, 2 hours to, like, first to warm up, and to, like, actually, you know what I mean, sing, and, like, not fuck up. Because I always fuck up somewhere. Either in the beginning, or towards the end, but I fuck up somewhere. Or in the middle, and I'm like, fuck! So, yeah, they're not gonna come out to March, like, late March, maybe early April. I got 1 song down and 4 under construction. So yeah, man, it's gonna be an exciting year for me. So, but forget about that. It's time to say goodbye. Alrighty, this is Gap saying farewell, and as always, bye bye.